The Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform for and about independent artists, music, interviews, and much, much more. Now, give it up, your host, Smiley J.
Welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone, a place for independent artists, singers, instrumentalists, producers, musicians, and DJs. A place where artists can come and hang out and share their music, musical journeys, and also have some other fun conversations. Yes, I'm your show host, Smiley J, and I hope that everyone out there is doing well. I'm so glad you guys are hanging out with me today. Now, if this is your first time, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Make sure you come back, all right? It's important that you come back. Now, if you guys aren't already following me, make sure you follow me on Instagram, SmileyJ_ArtistZone, and also like and follow my Facebook page, the Smiley J Artist Zone. And you know what? While you follow me, just go ahead and follow me on whichever platform that you listen to the show on, okay? Just follow. And don't forget now, if you missed any previous shows, it's there waiting for you. You can always catch up. The shows are always available. Now, I have to take a second. You guys know I get excited when I get new listeners. Yes. I have to take a second and welcome my new listeners in India. Hey, India. What's up, guys in India? Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Yes, I do. Now, all right. Now, today I have with me the incredibly talented saxophonist Carl Cox. Now, before Carl joins us, you guys know what time it is.
You want to know? Smile. You want to know? Smile. You want to know? Smile. It's a smile. You want to know? Smile.
Did you know that your music preference reveals a lot about your personality? Yes, there was a study on this. Now, music plays a very important role in all of our lives. And you may wonder, what individual factors may influence your music preference? Could the contents of your playlist reveal something about your personality? For me, I tell you one thing, it wouldn't reveal anything about me because I'm all over the place with my music. I mean, I have Afro beats, hip hop, old school, new school, little country. Look, I got it all. So I don't know what this study will reveal about me. Maybe it will reveal that I'm all over the place. So, for example, let me tell you what some of the results did reveal in this study. For pop music, it says people who listen to pop music, tend to be extroverted, honest, and conventional. While pop music lovers are hardworking and they have high self-esteem, researchers suggest that they tend to be less creative and more uneasy. Okay. So if you listen to pop music, lighten up some. Classical music lovers. Classical music lovers are typically more introverted, but, also at ease with themselves and the world around them. They are creative and they have a good sense of self-esteem. Okay. High self-esteem to my classical music folks. Now, jazz, blues, and soul music. People who enjoy jazz, blues, or soul music were found to be more extroverted with a high self-esteem. They also tend to be very creative, intelligent, and at ease. That's what I thought. My next question is now, where are the results for reggae? The study didn't include any reggae listeners. You know what? I'm not sure about that study. That's it. I'm done. Okay. So the next time you're putting together a playlist, doing your commute to work or whatever, it may reveal something about your personality. All right, without further ado, let me bring on Mr. Carl Cox. But before I bring him on, I got to tell you a little bit about him. Carl Cox is an international recording artist, composer, producer, and educator. His debut CD, Thankful, is a project of musical compositions that embraces his inner voice through his instrument. You guys know how we get down around here. Help me welcome Carl. Hey, Carl. Welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone. How are you today?
Hey, Smiley J, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's so good to be here. I really appreciate you bringing me on to your platform.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know if you know, but there is another famous Carl with the same name as yours who happened to be, I think he's like a British house DJ or something like that?
Oh yeah, I know all about him because he steals my thunder on Google and all these Google searches, and sometimes we have problems when we claim copyrights. Mm-hmm. And I'm always in dispute with Sound Exchange and stuff. So yeah, I know that guy real well.
Oh my goodness! I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
the saxophonist. Wait a minute, what's going on here?
I know, and it happens frequently. But I guess I guess that's the way it is in the world. Sometimes you just have another guy that's doing music with your same name. It's
yeah, but and the thing is that you both are doing really well in what you do. So
yeah, I know. One of these days I would like to meet that Carl Cox guy.
I was going to ask you, have you guys met yet? Like while you on tour abroad, have you met him?
No, but I was close because sometimes I do like the United States tours for Incognito, and sometimes they actually perform with Carl Cox in the UK because they're a British band,
right?
And, they are laughing and joking with me. He's like, hey, we just did a gig with you. And I was like, no, that's the other Carl Cox. Like, yeah, I know. But we got a kick out of it.
All right, now back to Carl Cox, the saxophonist. Congratulations to you on your debut album, Thankful, featuring Bluey.
Yes, yeah.
What a great title, Thankful. I love it.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I can't take all the credit for that because one of my co-writers was giving me some tracks, and that was one of the tunes that he actually helped kind of come up with and compose with me. And he had a title that he wanted for that, and I ran with it because I loved it. And I said, I'm using that title, man. I love that title.
Yes.
The spirit of the tune. And I wrote all the melodies, and I wrote all the hooks and all that stuff. But, he did all the rhythm tracks, and Damon Bennett is his name. He's a really great flute and really great keyboard player, and toured with everybody from Jill Scott and he's, Mesa Leaks MD. So, we worked really well together with it. So it turned out really nice, It was
Yes. But again, it's no surprise that you have, Guitars Bluey on the project since you have toured with Incognito. It's like family.
That's exactly right. Yeah. I said, hey, Bluey, I got a tune that sounds like something your band would do. And he's like, oh, send it over. And he did, and he just played on it. He says, just my gift to you. I just want to give you a nice guitar track, a couple different ideas, and he was so cool about it. I was really grateful.
How nice! See, that's what's up.
Yeah, he's such a great guy. There's no, when I see somebody successful like that Bluey's, like how successful he's been, and retaining it all these years, being on top, worldwide. There's a reason, not only because he's a great musician, but he's also like an awesome person. And I think that kind of goes hand in hand, with the business. You gotta deliver the goods, but you gotta also be somebody that, has a good spirit about them,
Absolutely. I think that takes you a lot further sometimes too when you're likable. People want to work with you.
Exactly right. Yeah. So I have the same mentality as him, and just, be nice to people, be good to people, be honest with them. And then when it's time to kick butt on the stage, you just let them have it.
That's right. Let the smoke show, right?
Right, yeah.
Now, Carl, you two have performed with a variety of musical icons. I mean, it's just, the list is just so long. I don't even want to do it. But Jill Scott, Smokey Robinson, and of course, Mesa. You played with her for about 10 years plus?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've been together for quite some time. Yeah, I've done a couple of tracks for her on her records, and we're still touring and doing things all over the country right now. It's been wonderful.
Well, I must admit that I'm a little disappointed that I missed both of you and Mesa at the Lake Arbor Jazz Festival last month. I was actually out west, but I know you guys did your thing as usual.
Yes.
A lot of fun.
That was a great gig right there in National Harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great gig. I mean, every time I do a gig with Mesa, she always turns it out. She just...
Oh, my gosh. She
110% all in. Amazing vocals every single time. I don't think I ever heard her miss a note. And I mean that. Like, not once.
I can believe that. I mean, she's consistent, I mean, her sound, beautiful, just... everyone loves Mesa. I mean,
Oh,
her
yeah.
voice is so recognizable. It's like, okay, that's Mesa.
Exactly right. Exactly.
No guessing games. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure people know that, that you came from a musical family.
A little bit. I did. A little bit. Yeah. My grandfather played saxophone. And, he wasn't around for me to really kind of grasp, his concepts. But I heard him play when I was in 4th grade, and he kind of encouraged me to play. My dad played guitar, and my mother sang with my dad playing guitar at different churches. And they would do local, television excerpts with them singing and doing a service and stuff like that. So they had a little bit of an impact with me with that. So it was kind of there. I mean, they weren't full-time musicians, but they did it on the side, and I was always around it. So it kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, there was some influence there.
There was. And the other thing is I thank my parents really for this, because they used to bring me when I was a child to like it was really like a gospel church. And I think I got most of my from hanging in that environment and being able to be in a Christian church and learn those hymns and find and feel and rhythmic patterns and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pursue that direction that I have now too,
So how is your solo journey going? I know that you are receiving lots of love. So how is that going for you?
I'll tell you what, I mean, I've been a sideman for so long, and then stepping out into the solo act world is always a little scary, and you always want to make sure people, they want to, hopefully they like your music and your compositions. And I got to tell you, I've been so lucky so far. Right out the gate, I had a song out called All the Way. And right in September during the pandemic, I said, let's just go for ads for Billboard. Let's see what happens. And I got picked up, right off the bat from Watercolors, XM Radio.
Yes.
So they've been really awesome to me, because they just picked up another one a couple months ago. And then I'm going to go for a third one in September. So I'm just kind of keeping it flowing, I got a couple good successes, getting some really good ads. So I'm just going to keep riding with it. And it's been great so far. It hasn't even been a year since I've been
I know. And you know what? Keep riding that wave. It's nice. Feels good, right?
It does. It does. Yeah. It allows me to keep pursuing it and, keep moving into other directions. So it's been really cool.
So I have to ask you now, how do you balance everything between family and music, your music and teaching? I mean, how do you keep it all together?
Oh, that's a tough question. Everybody always asks me that question, and and it's always kind of like picking and choosing your battles. Trying to find out what's most important to you at that moment and what you can do and what you can't do. So I've been lucky to have a supportive wife that kind of knew what she was getting into from the get-go.
Shout out to all the music-wise.
Yeah, music-wise, years ago. And she's been really, really cool about me saying, listen, I got to go out for a couple of days to the West Coast, and I come back, and now I have FaceTime, so I can FaceTime my son, and I have a 6-year-old. And then with the teaching, I try to get flights that are on the weekend, and I try to get flights that are, a little bit later in the day, if I can go the day before. And they've been really cool about me kind of being, a musician that's almost like an artist in residency. And my school has been really kind of cool about that. So it's been a little bit of a juggling act, but a lot of Starbucks.
But you get it done.
A lot of Starbucks, a lot of that,
Yeah, oh, coffee. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I live on coffee, let me tell you. Oh,
I don't drink coffee. Now, does Starbucks offer like reward points and stuff?
Yeah, I think they do, yeah.
Oh,
I don't do any of that stuff because I'm too lazy to sign up for stuff. I'm like, I don't want them calling me if I don't have to, so...
You don't want to be bothered there, right?
I'm just like, I'm here for the coffee and that's it.
Spoken like a true man. Now, you must be like the coolest teacher at the school. Does your students, do they know what, Mr. Cox does when he's not in the classroom?
I don't know. I don't know. I think they know to some degree, some of them. and then they scatter it amongst each other. But I'm not really the type to kind of say, hey, I did this and did that. And it comes up sometimes, but not too much, But yeah, when it does come up, they're usually surprised. And they kind of go, you're fibbing. You're telling me a lot. Like, did you really do that? I'm like, yeah, I kind of did, honestly. So they sometimes are just overwhelmed by it and think like, that I'm making stuff up. But yeah, the ones that get it and are really into music, they really appreciate it. So I'm kind of bringing back, some of the experiences. For example, I was doing some Smokey Robinson dates, and I asked Smokey to do an interview for me on the phone, like videoing it. And he agreed, and we did a 20-minute video. And I was really kind of pushing it to my student base, And he had a lot of insightful things to say that resonated with a lot of my students. So that was really, really cool.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Wow. That's why I said you have got to be probably the coolest teacher in the school.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't feel I don't know. They're quiet. There's sometimes students don't always tell you what's on their mind or what they think. They just kind of listen and look and, teenagers.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, but it's cool. Yeah, it's very cool, though, to bring back those experiences.
Yeah, but, I just want to take this moment, just shout out all the educators. You guys are so appreciated.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, especially during this time. It's really challenging, during this climate, the pandemic. It's been a little rough, on both the teachers as well as the students.
Oh, yeah. I mean, doing the online thing has been really challenging, but it opened up a lot of other doors, though, for learning how to do other programs that are online and learning how to have stuff that's really prepared. And, it makes me a lot more organized. So, it's been kind of cool in that way. But, yeah, taxing for the student to stay in their room all day on a computer. For sure.
Yeah. Well, I do want to ask you one question before we go. Well, actually, you know what? I got a couple of questions.
Yeah, go
I'm sorry. I just had something to pop in my mind.
Yeah.
Now, for the students, let's say for someone out there who is thinking about picking up an instrument, whether it's a saxophone or guitar, do you have any advice for them? I mean, you've been in the business a while and you just, stepped out on your own solo career. Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah. I've been thinking about that. And, when I tell my students, when they want to go into music, I always tell them one thing. And I kind of get a feel for where they're at. I said, you don't go into this business because you think you're going to make a lot of money or that you're going to be incredibly successful. You go into this business because you love it and because you want to create music every day. And if you don't want to create music every day and you don't love it and you can't think of anything else that you want to do other than music, then that's your calling. And then music will take care of you if you take care of it. And that's kind of where I always, laid it down on the line for them. And, I think music has a way of coming back to reward you if you're always loyal and always trying to create some new things and be honest with it and know that you love it and you're in it for the long haul. It's going to come back around and it's going to deliver some goods,
Great advice. Great advice.
It is scary to go into an unknown world. You don't know if you're going to make it. You don't know if you're going to get opportunities, but I think if you just stick with it and you love it and do it at the highest level possible, I think it's just going to reward you in a way that, you would not normally think about.
And be a nice person. Be likable. That's very important.
I'll be honest. So you just tipped on something else that I tell my kids. I said, not only do you have to be a good player and a good musician, but you have to be a good human. And
that's right.
Nobody wants to be around somebody that's a drag. And
that's right.
You can't get along with other people or you're always speaking bad about other people. Nobody wants that. And I see a lot of musicians that are awesome, but they might have a little bit of a side to them that people can't deal with. And then they lose some opportunity. So
that is so true. I'm glad.
It is. Yeah. But, just being a good human, good person and being respectful and I think anybody that does that and has the quality of craftsmanship as an artist that can deliver a high level of musicianship to the band and the artist, you're going to be working.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Great
absolutely.
advice. Spoken from a musician and an educator. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's yeah. Absolutely.
So Carl, let's play a quick game before you go. You ready? You down for a game?
Oh yeah.
I promise you, it's easy peasy. I promise.
Okay.
All right, 3 seconds for each question.
Oh boy. Okay, go.
All right, it's called Pick One.
Gotcha.
We're going outdoors. Where you want to go? Fishing or golfing?
Oh, fishing, of course.
Okay. For concerts, what do you want to play? Outdoors or indoors?
Outdoor.
Okay, all right. Last question. Spectator sport. Baseball or football?
Spectator for football.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Okay, which team? I just added that.
Okay. Well, I would say my home team is the Eagles. So.
Ooh, those Eagles fans are rough. Okay. The Eagles.
Yeah, I know. We get a little bit of a rep for that. I know. But they're diehards, you know?
Yes, they are.
They are diehard football fans for sure.
Well, thank you. So now we know a little bit more about Carl. We got a little bit more information. We know he likes the outdoors.
Yeah.
And football.
Well, yes.
And outdoor concerts.
Outdoor venues because they're so massive.
Yes.
It's just to see a sea of people outside. I'm like, this is so cool. I love that.
That's beautiful, right?
And the atmosphere, is always great. You're along like a river or a lake or, they're so nice.
Well, I want to thank you. The time is running out, but I want to thank you so much for stopping by the Zone. Before you go, I need you to tell the folks where they can keep up with you and all that you're doing. I know you got some events, some festivals coming up. So if you can just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a couple shows of my own that are coming up. One in particular, it's September 12th, and it's in the Harrisburg area. If you're around that area, it's called the Dolphin Jazz Festival. And I'll be there opening up the festival at 3 p.m. And it's a jazz and wine festival. And then I have a lot of other local things I'm doing. And then some things with Mesa. And you can view all that stuff on my website at carlcoxsax.com. And I have a link for all my shows that I update. And you can also follow me on, of course, Facebook. You'd have to put people. Make sure you find the right Carl Cox. That other guy come up. Just look for the one with the saxophone in his face, and it's of course Instagram as well, Carl Sax 1, and you can find me on those platforms.
Got it. Well, thank you so much, Carl, for stopping by. Much success to you in everything that you do, from the classroom to the stage.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Be safe until next time. Peace.
See you later.
Hi, this is Kevin Kojo Prince from Spur of the Moment, and you're in the Smiley J Artist Zone.
All right. As always, I had a good time, and you guys are right here with me. Yes, indeed. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me to the very end, and I also want to thank our special guest today, Mr. Carl Cox. He gave us some good conversation and, of course, some good music. The song featured today was entitled Thankful because, we all have something to be thankful for. And you guys be sure to follow Carl on social media. Check his calendar because he got some performance dates coming up, and he may be in the city near you. Until next time, I'm going to need you guys to be well, stay safe, and remember to listen to good music. Your ears will thank you for it. I'm Smiley J, and I'm out.